Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I want to appreciate you so much because of your great support. Please consider subscribing to this channel if you have not subscribed to this channel. Now, every institution has come out against the judgment of Martha KOOME when it comes to the LGBTQ. When you look at Parliament, they have come out through the letter of Honorable George Peter Kaluma from Homa Bay constituency, crafting and writing a letter so that they can have a bill and motion to ensure that they're going to criminalize this so-called LGBTQ. When you look at even churches and also mosques, they have come out, including Hindus, they have come out to reject this issue of LGBTQ. Then the question that we are asking ourselves, why did 3 judges of the Supreme Court came out ruling on favor of LGBTQ so that they can be registered as an organization? So I want you to watch a video of Peter Kaluma while they were drafting that bill to ensure that they're going to have a motion and to criminalize this so-called LGBTQ. The question that we are asking ourselves, what made these judges at a certain point making a ruling that LGBTQ to be registered, but again on the other side, they are saying that LGBTQ is prohibited. So this is just a confusion. So I want you to watch a video of the Honorable Peter Kaluma from Homa Bay constituency while having other members of parliament across the Republic of Kenya while they were drafting the bill to ensure that they're going to criminalize the so-called LGBTQ. So watch that video, then we'll continue.
And the laws we have in this country, to be gay, to be a lesbian, to be transgender, or to be queer, which is what the Q stands for in LGBTQ. To the contrary, we should read the provisions of Article 45 of the Constitution. First, it places the family at the very heart of the society. In fact, what it says is that the family is the fundamental unit of the society. At sub-article 2 of Article 45, it says only people of opposite gender can marry one another. And that is the law of Kenya. I'm aware this thing is in all government offices. This thing is even in parliament. This thing is even in the media. This thing is percolating all over. But I want to tell the people imagining we can withdraw, because I've been receiving threats telling me, Kaluma, withdraw from that enterprise. Tell them to study my history with matters concerning the family. Yeah. We brought down the slave queens the other day. Kaluma brought the Marriage Act, which has consolidated all marriage laws. Up to the time we brought the Matrimonial Property Act, Kenya was relying on 1882 laws of England on matrimonial property. On family, there is no backpedaling. And don't call me to say I'll not go to your country. What do we lack in Kenya? You can cancel your visa. I was a short while back in a foreign country, and you can imagine being approached by a fellow man asking me to go out and mess with him, sleep with him. And the guy has the audacity to tell me I look nicely round. Can you imagine? What a level of perversion. So I'm telling our people that this is an enterprise which is going on. There is no reverse gear, and it is going to succeed. On the day this bill is going to be tabled, it is going to be Kenya versus Sodom and Gomorrah, the other side. Yeah. Anybody who will rise to oppose will belong, and Kenyans will see them to Sodom and Gomorrah immediately. And as Kenyans will fight very hard, and I know we are more than the people of Sodom and Gomorrah sent in this parliament, I know we will succeed. So I appreciate what is happening. The bill has been drafted. We are now waiting for Parliament to move forward. But as we do that, we want to encourage our institutions to know that they exist for Kenya, not for foreign powers. Do you find it any coincidental that determination by a majority of the bench members in the Supreme Court was handed down when the First Lady of the United States of America was arriving in Kenya. It's not a coincidence. Is it coincidental that then you see her giving us some 16 billion for hunger? This hunger of ours, which makes people think our moralities can be bought. Why don't we have measures to end it? And remember, imagine even if you are a child, the Supreme Court rightly says these things are criminal acts in Kenya. They're not just sins. But then the Supreme Court goes ahead and says that the association of these criminals still has to be registered. What are you talking about? What a contradiction. It's like telling convicts, murder convicts, you can register murderers association. What will stop terrorists from approaching the NGO's board to say we also want to be registered? It will stop rapists from saying we can now be registered. Yeah. We are going back to that Supreme Court, and I'm encouraged by the position taken by the churches. Yeah. Because people think you cannot appeal to the Supreme Court, but you can go back for a relook, review. And I take courage in the fact that only 3 judges of the Supreme Court decided so. Yeah. 2 dissented and 2 were not there. We are going back to that Supreme Court with the religious organizations, the churches and everybody, and we are going to request the Supreme Court in their full bench of 7 in number to review that position. And if they don't, then I want to remind the Supreme Court and our court system to begin reading where they derive their power from. Yeah.
The people.
They are exercising the delegated power of the people of Kenya, not some perverts or their external funders. We may not even end at disbanding that Supreme Court, but we can have a law, because the Constitution also says nobody, no authority, including the Supreme Court, has the power to make any provision with the force of law other than this Parliament. So if we don't succeed in that Supreme Court, there will be a provision in the bill we are going to propose that will deregister, if they would have been registered, any organization encouraging or promoting this vice. That is our position. We want the education sector to work around it. We want the law enforcement to do their work. And we want everybody to be on the alert, more so for their children. For truly, these are the future of our society. But this is a battle we must succeed on. And it's a battle that anybody pushing it down our throats will never win. If it is what will make Kenya poor, I don't think Uganda is any poorer, having passed it. I've read the Constitution. People are saying, what right? What we are saying is that we will arrest you if you engage in these criminal acts in Kenya. And when we take you to court, we will give you your right to fair hearing.
Yeah, that's the right.
So get your lawyer. We will give you your right to fair hearing. That is the right you have under the Constitution. If you mess up with your bodies, you hurt yourselves in those unnatural behavior, we will treat you subject to your paying for it. We cannot treat you for free because you have a right to Medicare. But we need to protect our system so that the society really is sanctioned. I'm very happy with my church, the Catholic Church. And I'm very happy with the other religious organizations, including the Muslims, the Hindus. And I'm happy that the church is, voicing their moral position and their position as an institution in this church. I thank you very much.
Thank you.
It is not only Kenya that has come out with the move to stop this culture. In Uganda, they have already come out to sign a bill. It is now a law that no LGBTQ in Uganda, when you are found, you are a terrorist. They have come out to declare anyone that is practicing and adopting LGBTQ in Uganda, you are sentenced to life imprisonment. So when you look at also the process that Kenya has enrolled through Member of Parliament of Homa Bay Town constituency, Peter Kaloma, they are going to ensure that the law and the judgment that the Supreme Court, through 3 judges, against 2 judges, and remember that time, the 5 judges were present, 2 were absent. So this Member of Parliament, they want to reverse this judgment that the Supreme Court came out giving Kenyans, which it is not the culture of Kenya. It is not what Kenyans expected. And this is just another culture that is not ours. We have our culture that has been stated very clear in the Constitution of the Republic of Kenya, and we cannot adopt that so-called LGBTQ. So all leaders across the Republic of Kenya, they've come out to unite to ensure that this so-called LGBTQ will not be registered and shall not be registered. And it is not our culture and should not be seen anywhere. And you know, we are being told there's a threat from other countries that are practicing this LGBTQ, that if we are going to stop and block this LGBTQ, then we are being told that there are things that we were being assisted of. So we will not get the assistance. So ladies and gentlemen, when you look at the reactions of the churches and the reaction of members of parliament today, are you seeing we are now talking positively towards kicking out this LGBTQ? Because our country, we must practice our culture that has been accepted in the Constitution of the Republic of Kenya. So that is my opinion, because when I looked at the video of Peter Kaluma, I was impressed for the decision that they have come out to make. And they have said that they must ensure that the Supreme Court is going to reverse their judgment. They don't know how they will do it, but they must do it. And in any case they will not do it, then the parliament have the mandate to ensure that it is a law and criminalize this LGBTQ. What are your opinion? Drop your opinion at the comment section below. Otherwise, I want to appreciate you so much because of great support. Please consider subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing this video. Till we meet on another video.